Well, we're about to launch a 2-day festival, the Santa Barbara Earth Day Festival. The festival started in Santa Barbara in 1970 and has just gotten bigger and bigger and better in the last couple of years. Have been particularly exciting. The Santa Barbara Earth Day Festival is actually one of the largest consistently held community events on the West Coast in terms of Earth Day festivals. We're larger than LA and San Francisco, and we're one of the longest running consistently held events in the country.
The only thing I can think of is that you, as a parent, you have to be active. And you got to make sure that if they're not participating, you got to get them out. And if this wasn't available, it'd be very hard. You know, this is a wonderful Special Olympics. I encourage every parent that has a kid with special needs to participate and bring their kids. And it doesn't matter how good or how bad they do, as long as they participate.
It's an amazing day, and all of us that are here are so lucky to get to experience it and be part of Special Olympics. And
sworn in as the first U.S. airmail pilot by the Postmaster General of the U.S., Frank Hitchcock.
It was really a dangerous stunt to have this large sack of mail on his lap while he's trying to fly a plane. And he knew that he couldn't land the plane with this bag, so he made arrangements beforehand to let the field in Mineola know that he was going to just throw it overboard. So he flew over the Mineola field and threw the bag overboard and hit the ground, burst open, and all the letters went flying. And all the postal workers and kids and everything were running around picking up the mail. But a lot of them were stamped aerial dispatch from Mineola. It was a very special first time stamp. So it really was the official first airmail delivery.
At his wife's request, Ovington retired from it.
Weather, and topography, 3 key factors that will determine the fate of the Jesucita fire, the 3rd major wildfire in Santa Barbara in 9 months. Residents on San Roque Road were among the first to leave.
I was up at the barn feeding my horse lunch.
This is no ordinary train. On this day, it's a special train ride that will hopefully help to educate people about rail safety.
We've caught 7 people so far. It means we still have more work to do. It just takes one person out there to cause a major incident that affects everybody, that ties up traffic, ties up the railroad. And one incident that occurs out here can affect your railroad traffic all the way back to the East Coast.
Operation Lifesaver is a program created in unison by these U.S. railroads.
Engine 1, Engine 3, Engine 2, truck 714, respond to a drill, smoke from the 10th floor of the Granada, 1216 state, Engine 6.
Well, the high-rise training was a realistic training for firefighters who are looking to gain more knowledge, more aptitude in dealing with fires that are above the ground level.
It's the only true high-rise that we have by definition of high-rise. Poses some potentially interesting and hazardous situations for rescuers. In light of the fact that the Granada's undergone some retrofitting and it's now being used partially for residential occupancies, it was important for our crews to get back into the building to get refamiliarized with the structure, the layout, everything from elevators and stairwells to access points, and just the general overall layout of the building.
The drill is meant to train Santa Barbara firefighters how to handle difficult high-rise fire rescue situations. And the Granada isn't the only building of concern.
Life safety issues are...
And gearing up for the largest gang raid ever on the Central Coast. City TV had 4 videographers embedded in the operation. SWAT teams, armed with weapons and suited up in protective gear, made their way to at least 60 homes throughout Santa Barbara. Their target? Members and associates of Santa Barbara's East Side Gang, one of the city's largest criminal street gangs.
Drought tolerant and plants that are suited for living in the high fire hazard area. This firescape garden has been set up as an example of the different plant types that homeowners can use to beautify their yard and landscape to make their home more fire safe. How the firescape garden has been set up is it's a really nice area that homeowners can come and visit and walk through to get an idea of what type of plants we're looking for.
The firescape demonstration garden is sectioned into 4 zones. and each zone represents different types of vegetation, each planted with a specific purpose in mind.
And celebrities, attracting people from all over the world, even the latest Academy Award nominees. This year, the festival highlighted top-grossing film director James Cameron, honoring him with the Modern Master Award for his film Avatar.
Well, look, I mean, first and foremost, it's a piece of entertainment, but I think entertainment can be defined more broadly in the sense that what people are coming out of Avatar with is...
When we started the project, Council charged us with a couple of things. One, recreate the Santa Barbara experience, have what people like about using this airport. But two, make it functional, make it accessible to all, make it sustainable.
The terminal was designed and constructed with the goal of Gold LEED rating. The LEED is an acronym for the U.S. Green Buildings Council's Leadership on Energy and Environmental Design. Another facet of the terminal is the use of public art that is incorporated into unique locations of the new terminal.